Hello everyone. Today we will be covering something which is actually very important. That is taking input from the user, and I have been waiting for around 8 episodes, 7 episodes just to do this. I've been waiting so long because literally millions of projects, like literally every project in Java, it requires this topic. Okay, so let's start taking input from the user, and let's see what was yesterday's homework. Yeah, I just told you to make a project doing whatever with any one of the string methods. So, let's not go over the homework. I trust you. So let's delete this. Okay, so today's syllabus is scanner class and input. Uh, scanner class input ignore equals ignore case. What else? What else equals? What else? What else? Is equal to and I think that's it for today. So okay, now let's start. Wait, am I recording? Yes, I am recording. So how do you take input from the user? Now what does input mean? I mean, I will be entering stuff into the program. So when I run this, it will be like I will type in here input, or I will type here whatever I want to, and it will do something based on that. So right now it just this is a normal terminal. It is not running anything, so that's why it does that. Okay, so let's start now. So you cannot. There's not like um. Okay, so to take input, you have to import something. So just copy what I'm doing, and I will tell you what it means. Import java dot util dot capital S scanner. Okay, now what does this? Oh, your program might just delete it, but still just do it. Okay, now what does that mean? Let's just show it here. Import java dot util. Okay, now let me tell you something. Whoever created Java, Sun Microsystems maybe. So what they did was, wait. Okay, yeah. For a little while you might be hearing a beeping sound. That was my inverter type power bank. So the Sun Microsystems, they like, now the thing was that they couldn't just add all the, like in the compiler they couldn't just add the code to run everything in one file, because then it would be millions of tens of millions of lines of code. I mean, you have so many millions of different things in Java. So um, like all of these, and then all of these. So the code, like the compiler, um I mean, the code for the compiler to run all of this, it cannot be in one file. Okay, so what they did, they split it up into imports. Okay, so now let's see. They created, first of all, the first thing they created was java.lang. Okay, so it was a class. A class just means, okay, I will tell you in the classes and objects. Okay, so a class just means that um, if you add a class, if you import a class to your file, your project, then it will add some functionality, add some things that you couldn't do without it. Okay, so basically, let me just show you. Like, so the first thing that they made was java.lang. Java.lang dot let's say safe variables. See, so what does that mean? Okay, it deleted it again. It deleted it because it's not being used anywhere in the program. Okay, so now what is java.lang? This was the first group of things that they created, class, clonable, deprecated, all of this. So in every project, this all of these lang classes are automatically added. Okay, you don't have to type java dot lang dot all of this annotation, class, file, module, ref. You don't have to do this, okay? So it is already imported and it is invisible. Okay, so that's the first thing they created. Then the next thing that they created was utility. Okay, so this utility was the first group that was created. That was not like automatically in the project from the start. You know, like java.lang, the lang is automatically from the start in the project, but the util is not. Okay, so util, what does util mean? Utility. Import java dot util dot. Now we have all of these things: jar, abstract collection, arrays, dictionary, deque, enum, enumeration, that stands for hash map. So all of these, okay? So this was like, this is actually what we are talking about today. Okay, so now there's a class which is java.util.scanner, and the thing that it does is that um, it allows you to take input, and it is like, okay, so listen, the java.lang in, like, okay, let me make it into a java, in, I mean, what am I, into a comment. So the thing here is that dot signifies like further, you know. If we like inside this java, further we go we get lang, further we go we get something else. Okay, so this lang is a package. We will tell, actually no, it's a class which is found inside java. Okay, util is a class that is found inside java dot, and scanner is a class which is found inside util. Okay, so now scanner just helps us. Now it's in the name. Okay, scanner, it scans whatever we type and then it tells us what we typed in the, what we inputted. So let's import java.util.scanner. It might delete it, that's fine. Okay, now in the main method you have to type this. Okay, I will tell you what this means. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Okay, just a second. Okay, so now we will do import java.util.scanner. See, now the error goes away. Now what does this mean? First of all, do you guys know that we can create an object of a class? Like for example, if I create a object of this students manage class, it's another file. Then all the variables that are inside here, I can access it here. Okay, basically. So in the main method, if I do students manage object, let's name it object, is equal to new object of students manage. Okay, now I can access everything inside it. So that is how you create an object. Okay, so we can also we have to do that with the scanner also. Okay, so first we created, um first we typed scanner. So I mean the compiler knows, so that the compiler knows what we're talking about. Okay, scanner. Then sc, this is the name. You know how we declare variables, uh int, wait, int variable is equal to, this is the same thing, the data type which is scanner. And so the thing is that when we imports the java.util.scanner, then the scanner is this keyword, this is treated just like a data type. Okay, it is said to be like a data type. Okay, so scanner for the data type, then the name sc is equal to, now we set the sc to what, we set it to a new object of this scanner class that we like did here. Okay, and now what is the system.in means? System.in, it just means like, it is mandatory. Okay, it doesn't mean anything, you just have to type it. System.out doesn't work, you just have to type in. Why is that? That is because so that like we know what kind of scanner it is it a system.input scanner or is it a system.output scanner? Now obviously there cannot be an output scanner, that is impossible. So there can only be an input scanner, so we just type that. And now we can finally take input. How will we do that? First let's print system.out.println, and we say enter a number. Okay, and then the colon and then the space bar. Okay, that makes it look better. Now we will do int input, and we will set input is equal to sc dot next int. Just copy this, let me tell you. Okay, now first of all we created an object of this scanner class. Okay, we have it name as sc. I can set it to scanner also, but let's say sc. Now I set input to sc dot next int. I think I told you in the last episode with the strings that to signify also, to also signify methods of an object. Like for example, in the string, if I create string, um, let's name it string, and it is equal to hello, and I can do string dot to lowercase. So this will set it to lowercase h, lowercase e, lowercase everything. Okay. So dot signifies the method. Okay, it can also signify method. It can also signify moving on to the next folder inside this. Like so, like every object that we create with scanner class, it has like a bunch of methods that come with it. Let me show you. Sc dot, see, close, delimiter equals find all, has next big integer, has next decimal, local, double short, next short, radix, remove, reset, skip, to tokens, to string. See, so like this. So it has so many different methods that come with it, you know. That And how, where do these, all of these methods come from? We obtain these methods when we import java.util.scanner. Okay, now, so now let's just sc.nextInt. Next means next, you know, whatever we type next. And we also have to, we can't just do next. Okay, we also have to do the type. Now what is the type of this input? It is int, so next int. Okay, it was a, if it was a double, then I will do s is equal to next double. Okay, like this. So now if I print this, if I do this, see, enter a number. I did 24, and it end the program because there is nothing after this. Now if I want to print it also, let's print system.out.println input. Okay, and now see what happens. 24, 25, I type 25, and it sets input to whatever I typed, which is sc.nextInt, and then it printed input. Okay, so that's basically this. And so now let's if I want to check if it is something, let's say if, so I can do it this way. If input is equal to 25, then system.out.println it is 25, it is, wait, it is 25. Else if it is not, then print it is not 25. See, if I type 45, it is not 25, and if I type 25, it said it is 25. Okay, so this is how we do it. And if I want to, okay, what more can we do with this? Okay, so what else can we do with this? We can do, for example, if I want to uh, let me think. Okay, maybe I can do that if the input is greater than 125, then system.out.println input, else system.out.println, else system.out.println input plus 1. So if it is if it is bigger than 125, let's say 126, then it will print 126 input. Okay, but oh my god, the light went out, so like the two also started again. But if it is not, if it is less than 125, then it will print input plus 1. Let's say 34, it will print 35. See, so this is how we do it. I've also done it in here. You can see I have not in here, here. See, you can see that in here I have used sc.next up here. See, string main input is equal to sc.next line dot trim. Oh, do you remember? Okay, so for strings we use next line, not int, not next string. This won't work. Next line. And so what it does is sc dot next line, and whatever we get from that dot trim, we trim it. Trim, what was it? You remember maybe? It was that it will remove the trailing space bars. So if I have this and then hello and then this, it will just make it to hello, turn it into hello. Okay, so that is basically how we take input. So wait out. So what is next? Okay, we have a Java project, student management system. Guys, wait. I want to do another project before that. Java project number guessing 1200. This will use input and while loop and what else? What else? Nothing else. Use input and while loop. Okay, that's it. Okay, so next episode will be this Java project. Okay, so I think this is all there is for today. Let's take a look again. We have taken input from user using scanner class. We did that, and then basic input validation. So I think that is it for today. How long have I been recording? Only 16 minutes. This is kind of a short video, but that is fine. Okay. Now, also guys, please tell me if you want anything like, for example, if you want to know something that like on your own, you know. So like I can help you with that. And like you can suggest projects in the comment section, and I can make them, and I will tell you how to make them. I can explain. See. So let's just what else is there to do, even, I don't know. So um I wanted to make this episode longer. You know why? I don't know why. So we have arrays. We have already done arrays. Which episode is this? I don't even know. So I think that is okay. Okay. So for integers we use sc dot nextInt. For double we use sc dot next double, and for string we use sc dot next line. Okay. If you got it, please tell me in the comment section. And I think that is it for today. So I will meet you all in the next video.